Hi everybody, welcome back to Get Ready. Sorry for the long delay and that I didn't get back to doing a video sooner. I had a bunch of stuff going on, got really busy, but now I'm back and I'm here to finally do the first video of many in the series for Meal Prepping 101. Now, meal prepping is a very daunting and kind of scary thing to think about when you think about getting all kinds of food ready and then putting it away, putting it in containers, measuring everything out. It seems like a lot of work. And I'm not gonna lie to anyone. When I first started doing meal prepping, it literally took me maybe about 4 or 5 hours every night when I first started. And I know that sounds like a lot, but I don't want anyone to think that that's going to be too much and I shouldn't do this and it's going to take all my time. But no, because by this point now I got it down to about an hour. It takes me about an hour to get like at least a good week's worth of food ready, sometimes two, depending how much protein and I'm intaking, all the stuff I'm cooking and everything like that, whether it's chicken, whether it's turkey burgers. If I'm doing fish, I don't really do fish in bulk. I'd rather do it like cook it for 3 days and then have it ready. But okay, so let's start off with with a couple things. In this video I just want to explain to people that there's a couple items you're going to need before you actually get into doing the meal prepping. So I kind of want to show you some stuff that you're going to need. And the first thing I want to show everyone is a really easy one. And it is a thermometer. And now this is easy and you should have it anyway in your house. And if you don't, you should go get one. You can get them at Walmart for a very cheap price. And I just want to say that this thing is going to you're going to need this to really check all the temperatures of your food, especially like poultry, so like chicken or turkey or anything like that. You're going to really need to check the temperature to make sure that it's fully cooked. So to have this is really handy, and you're always going to need one, even when you're not meal prepping, you're just doing regular cooking. So you should have one around the house at all times. This is a digital one. I think I got it at Walmart for about uh, maybe 15 bucks, I'd say. So you're gonna need to pick one of these up for sure, just to have it around. So that's one of the major things you're always gonna need, and it's very handy at all times. Okay. Now, the second thing I'm gonna show you is this one. This is a scale and a digital scale, and now this is probably one of the things you're gonna definitely need, and everyone's gonna need one to have because this thing is going to measure out like ounces, grams that you're going to need. So whether you're going to do ounces, like I do 6 ounces of chicken, 8 ounces of chicken, 8 ounces of turkey burger, depending on if I'm bulking up or if I'm slimming down, I have to really know my exact amount of protein that I'm getting to measure out for my body weight. And now this thing is going to do it. This is a Taylor brand. I suggest getting one of these. Like this is a really good one because this one does ounces, it does grams, it does there's millimeters. I mean, not millimeters, sorry, but it does everything. Like it really just does a lot, and it's really great. It lasts pretty long. It's just like a couple batteries, and I've been using it for a while. And like I said, this is probably the best one I've had. So I suggest everyone go pick up one of those ones because these are definitely one. This is definitely the best one I've ever used, and I have great like these used things don't really last that long, but this one seems to last pretty long. I think I've had it for about 4 months now, and it's been working great. So I suggest getting one of these because this is going to be one of the key things to, like I said, measuring out everything. Now, in another video, I will show how to use it properly because there is other things to it, like tearing, to just like not only scaling, because you're going to want to measure your protein, and then there's a button right there that says tear. You're going to click that once you've measured your protein, and it's going to go set it back down to 0. Then you're going to want to put your carbs in there. So if you're going to do about, say, a cup of brown rice, then you can actually measure it out to actually show it that it will say it. But like I said, I can go into greater detail alone on this thing because this is a really great thing, and you're definitely going to need one of these. It's really handy to have. Now, to measure all this stuff, you're gonna need to, after a while, you're gonna need to put it in something. And to put it in something that's easy. Like, I totally suggest just going to the dollar store to buy these things, these food containers. I go to the dollar store and that's all I get them. I just buy them for about $2 for like 3 of these, and they last for months. I've had this thing for about, I don't know, maybe about 6, 7 months, and it's lasted me for a while. Eventually these things will break, but even the really expensive good ones, those are going to break too. So it's better to invest in something like this because it's like I've had it for a while, and like I said, it's lasted me a really good time. It's good. It holds a lot of food. I need bigger ones when I'm bulking up, so I tend to take bigger ones at all times on these food containers. And like I said, you just measure out everything like on there, and then you can put it in these containers, have them in the fridge, have them ready for 3 days, and then like boom, boom, you have like them all set and ready to go once you have one of these and you measure all your food in there. Put it in the fridge in a spot, take all three you need for the day if you're going to work, and then you have it all ready to go, and that's perfect. So that's what you're going to need these food containers for. Now, I'm going to show this other thing because when you cook a lot of food, you're going to need to put some away. There are several types, I mean, several ways of like stacking these things. Like somebody can buy like 20, 30 of these, put a bunch of meals in, and keep enough out for 3 days, and put the rest of these in the freezer. Just make sure it's actually freezer proof, and this one is. So you'll have these little symbols at the bottom tell you it's microwave proof. It's actually, dishwasher proof, it's freezer proof, so it's going to last. It's going to be good. But the thing about this is, technically, I mean, myself, I only do 3 days. I only do 3 days worth of these. Like, I'll make, so about 9 for the day, because I'll make my food fresh the other times I'm going to be at home. So, but other people will tend to take like a bunch of these and put them in the freezer, and then just take them out a couple days in advance to freeze them to have them ready in time to eat. It would be your potatoes and your chicken and everything else. I don't technically do that. So with the leftover protein that I tend to use, like if I cook, I don't know, over 10, 12 pounds of chicken, like a lot of chicken, and I measure all the rest out for my rest of my meals, what I'll do is I'll take these Ziploc bags, and they're called portion controlled. And I will grab them and put them in these plastic bags, these portion control bags from Ziploc, and then wrap them up and then put them in a bigger container, like one of these big butter dish ones. And it's good. It's freezer proof, so like I can just put it in the freezer and have a lot of food set, so like I can get it ready at all times. Because when I do food, I just get the protein ready. I will then take like rice, like brown rice or potatoes or quinoa or couscous, and then I will use that as my carbs. Even like noodles, like I will take it and make them fresh and then add them for the next 3 days. But I will just do protein myself to save and cook ahead of time because that takes the longest anyway. So I will usually get a big butter dish. Usually have two of them in the freezer, loaded with turkey burgers and chicken, sometimes beef. Anything I need, anything that's planned ahead for my time for all the stuff I'm gonna do. Now, I know we just went over a lot of little things to consider when doing these. Now I want to show you, and I want to explain to you the more important part to all this, because those are very important things, but none of those are going to work for you properly if you don't really measure out and examine all the foods you're going to need. And when doing that, people talk about certain kind of like how much am I going to know if I measure out 4 ounces of carrots, like how much calories is that going to be, how much how much sugars and how natural sugars in carrots and stuff like that. So I would suggest going to a site, and I'm going to tell everyone this one. Go into a site called Calorie King Canada. Now Calorie King Canada is probably the best site for this, because I use this one all the time. Now you can look at packages when you buy stuff, and the nutrition facts will be on there to tell you how much carbs, how much protein, how much calories is in a serving that they recommend. Now that's the company that puts these on there for recommendations. Now, not all the time are you going to, kind of need or you're going to need more or less of what they provide, but you don't know how to get that. If you go to Calorie King Canada, this one actually, if you put in, say, 4 ounces of chicken breast cooked, it'll tell you exactly how much. Now, if you need 3 ounces instead, it's going to tell you exactly how much calories, how much protein, all that stuff that's in there. If you do potatoes, even like white potatoes, red potatoes, sweet potatoes, any kind of potatoes you want, it's all in there. It's a fantastic site. I'll put a link in the in the description below to get everyone to go there. It's friggin' phenomenal. It's a phenomenal site. Just use that to get all your plans ready. It's really, really great. I suggest everyone go there to really check it out, because that's where you're gonna take your notebook and your pen, and you're gonna write down everything. Like you're gonna write down, if my meal plan consists of only 2,000 calories, I'm gonna write down exactly, well, and if I want to eat 4 meals a day, then I'm gonna plan out these 4 meals by saying, okay, I have if I have 2,000 calories, I have to like plan that out through 4 meals and then snacks in between, like little snacks you're going to need. So that's where you're going to eventually take on saying, okay, I'll have like 4 ounces of chicken with about let's say 5 ounces of potato with there because I'm going to need a little more carbs. Or if I'm going to have not any carbs in there, then I got to switch it up with something else. And you're gonna always need and you're always gonna need veggies in there as well. So, and like I said, but anything you put in there, they have brands. They have just by itself, like chicken breasts. They have the beef. Whatever you want, they have it in there. You can really check it out, take a look in there, and really plan out through Calorie King Canada. So with that, that is a fantastic site. Take your notebook, go in there. Have any questions about that stuff, just let me know, and I will gladly help as best as I can. But through planning stuff out, really just go to Calorie King. Now, after Calorie King, and you have everything, like say, written down in a notebook, and you have all your stuff ready, you're gonna have all this stuff planned. You have your scale, your thermometer, your containers, your notebook to write everything down, have everything good to go. You have your meal plans all set, you have it all written down so you won't forget. Another thing to think about all this is sometimes life is unpredictable and you can't predict when you're going to say, like, run into someone and say, oh, well, let's go get something to eat, and then you end up maybe wanting to hang out with them, and like you're gonna say, okay, I'll hang out, and then you eat something that maybe you're thinking like, I'll just have this because it's different and it's still in my budget, but I'm gonna put my food to the side. That food that gets left and put back in the fridge, if you don't eat it that night, later that day, or the next day, you're gonna have to think about how long can it sit and how many more days can I keep it if it goes past the day, say I don't want to. Now, there is a great site. Another one I'm going to tell everyone about is Still Tasty. And Still Tasty is a great place to go to. And what you do is you go to the homepage, put in anything you want, type any kind of food or beverage or something, and it'll tell you the life shelf of it, whether it's frozen or whether it's like fresh. If it sits in the fridge, if it's dry or whatever, it'll tell you how long the lifespan of whatever you're trying to like save for later has. So you don't have to worry about thinking, oh, well, if I cooked it Tuesday, is it still going to be good by Friday? Because then you can check it and say, well, here's a lifespan of, like, say, fish, like tilapia. Here's a lifespan of it. Here's a lifespan of potatoes. And, like, this is another good thing to have written down in your book so you can know ahead by saying, if I cook this today, how long do I have before it goes bad officially? And then you look and say, okay, I have it written down. So now I know, so I can keep going, and I can eat this later if I don't eat it today. So that's another great one I just want everyone to know about and then like check out and then use a lot. Those are two great websites I recommend to everyone to use. So check those out and let me know what you think. I'll put a link in the description below so everyone can check it out after. Now, I think we're pretty good for now on all this stuff. This is just the beginners. I will definitely get into how to using, like, say, the scale. I'll even do like cooking in bulk, so I'll show you like cooking chicken, simple like seasonings and recipes to like put on stuff so it won't be bland all the time. Like I'll do cooking demonstrations and demos for like couscous, for quinoa, for like even the regular rices and stuff like that. Several different types of things you can do for like chicken burgers, or if you want to do like say you want to do like a sweet potato, but you want to do a baked sweet potato. A lot of times you can make like a nice healthy turkey chili and then putting that on top of the sweet potato to really change up the atmosphere, adding black beans and peppers and onions. It's great stuff. Like, it tastes fantastic. Now, everything we've just talked about now, this is just the start of the meal plan, and I'm really thankful if you're checking this out now and you're looking at everything like that. So, like, I just want to say, this is just the start. I'm going to start doing other videos as well. I'm sorry for the long delay at the same time. So, but with all this stuff, like I said, with the containers and everything else, this is just the beginning. I will continue to help you and giving you as much information as I can and making this as simple as possible for everyone to get started on doing all of this stuff, because meal planning can be very scary, but I got your back. Don't worry, I can help you out on anything you need. So with that, I just want to say thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or anything, drop me an email at getready@gmail.com. Getready with 2 R's at gmail.com, and just send me any kind of suggestions you want. Just let me know what you think, or if there's something I'm missing, or if there's something you like. If you liked or didn't like it, just let me know, and then just tell me what you want to see in advance. Like if you think I'm missing something to this, I can go over it with you. I can help you. We can do another video later. But as for now, I hope this video helps, and we'll get started even more. And I'll keep going along with you as we do keep doing meal plans. So I just want to say thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. And stay tuned because there'll be another video coming soon. Bye.